Yo, I made two new entries, but before that, let's look at the SPY. Recovering 4 days of green after this pullback. We're still in a range though, ranging here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come and test that 50-day average again. But pretty strong move. A break of this trend line would be pretty bullish. The same with the Qs. You're going to see here respecting the 50-day average and now ranging right here, kind of flagging out. Watch for the potential break. That'll be bullish, but I got a feeling we're just going to be chopping around. And the more we chop, the tighter it gets. And then eventually you're going to either break down or break out. The small caps going up very steadily, kind of consolidating, but pushing up, pushing above the 9 EMA. So keep that on watch. The moral of the story today, though, is IGV software catching a good bid, up 4%. This is the index that follows tech software, stocks like Oracle, Palantir, etc. Having a big bounce. We were pulling back, got it very extended and oversold, and now reaching that 200-day moving average. I've been looking for the re-entry ever since we took profits here, and we kind of missed it here, but I think above the 200-day average, above 97, that would be a pretty good entry to get into the tech software space. Banks, we've been talking about the finance sector. Look at that breaking out, looking like a bottom. It was basing here. So watch for any bank stocks. Aerospace and defense is also doing well. I've had these lines drawn out and I kind of figured that it was going to come test this high, and it's looking like it's going to do that. I didn't enter because it's just been very choppy, but we missed the entry on this one. This would have been a good trade to take profits here at the next resistance. Lastly, bot, it's a new addition to my index watch list. It follows robotics, and supposedly robots have been doing good. I mean, look at this fund, 1 day, 2, 3, about 5 days that it's been green. So I wouldn't enter here, and today it looks like it's a hammer candle. So watch a pullback, but a pullback to the new formed 9 EMA and 20-day moving average around 34. Some support there. I think would be a good speculative play if you want to be exposed to any robotics. If not, check ChatGPT and look at individual robot stocks. All right, before we get into my two new entries, we got to talk about the losses as well. I got stopped out of 3 stocks. Starting off with Walmart, the first loss. Just we entered here on the strong reaction at the 200-day moving average. We're up for a little bit, but then it's pulled back, and this morning gapping down in pre-market. So I ended up closing my position for Walmart. CoreWeave has been getting hit hard because Meta news just came out that they're selling some of their AI proceeds to make some cloud service. And you're going to see with that news, Meta is actually up. It is up 9% today, remounting key moving averages. I think above the 200-day average, then Meta will start getting interesting again, like above 647. But anyways, because of that news, it hit some stocks like CoreWeave, where we got stopped out yesterday, and then also hit iron, which we were also in. And then today it looks like it's a hammer candle, kind of intraday reversal, but it's not looking good. I don't like the setup anymore. Below the 200-day average, the moving averages are curling down, so I ended up taking an L on this. In trading, you got to be ready to take some L's. You can't win every trade, and if people are telling you they're winning every trade, they're lying to you. So first stock is SoFi. We entered into this after taking some of those losses. Look at that remount of the key moving averages. The 9 EMA is curling up. I entered anticipating it breaks out of this range. I don't think it's broken out yet, but it's looking like it's going to. And the next is ARM. We entered on the hammer candle right above the 50-day moving average. It hit that intraday and then it did a reversal. We entered, and now we're going to have some probably consolidation here, maybe a second test of that 50-day average. But I'm liking this. Earnings are in 28 days, so I'm hoping for an earnings run up. ARM was our biggest trade earlier in the year. I made the most money on this trade, and I'm hoping to do a round 2. Let's go over some stocks that are looking good, like Amazon. Nice reaction on the 200-day average. It pierced it down a little bit, but then now remounting the 9 EMA and that 20-day moving average. Could probably enter anticipating it remounts the 50-day average and then eventually reach the all-time highs. Google looking good. You could do the same here. Anticipate the remount of the 50-day average, target the highs, or even all-time high breakout. In the beginning of the video, we're talking about software. This is one of these software stocks. Looking very good. It's just too extended for an entry, but any times a pullback or consolidation could probably be entered and target the 200-day average around 133. In the beginning of the video, we also talked about aerospace and defense. RDW is one of these stocks in that sector. Look at that reaction off the 200-day moving average. I saw that there and I just hesitated, but that would have been a good entry there, maybe for an IRA or like a long-term account. Enter there and eventually just continue holding. I think this will get back to the 25s, just don't know when. Remounted the 9 EMA today, just 4 days in a row. Not a good entry. Now the entry was right here on the 200-day average. Rocket Lab, another aerospace and defense stock, looking good, kind of respecting that 200-day average. It didn't quite reach it, but now remounted the 9 EMA 20-day and now right at that 50-day average. It is extended. Look, 4 green days in a row. A remount here, some consolidation, some chill days, and I think Rocket Lab could be a very good entry. HIMS is doing good. Look at that move, up 9% today, breaking out right here, this little mini flag above the 200-day average. That's where we took profits. We are targeting the 200-day average. Looking at hindsight, we could have held this trade because now it's breaking out, and I think it's a good entry maybe on an inside day or a little bit pullback to the 9 EMA, and I think this could be a re-entry. Hood, we talked about the remount of the 200-day average. It's pulled back, but now remounting again. Pretty strong sign. You can see like up 8% today. So once we saw that, traders probably started buying, investors entering again on that second remount of the 200-day average. Pretty bullish signal there. That's going to continue going to the highs. Maybe Hood is a stock to watch for the rest of this year. I'm liking it. Earnings are in 35 days. So if you hold for the rest of the year, you're going to have to hold through earnings. And lastly, we will go over Roblox. We talk about this potential bottom on X. If you don't follow me, wake up with WOPs. Remounted key moving averages was consolidating here, kind of a double bottom W pattern. And now filling in that gap right here that happened on earnings. I like the play here. It's too extended for an entry, but a pullback to the 90 EMA could be entered. Probably target that 200-day average around 77. That's a 20-point move. And that's it, guys. Going over my 2 new entries, my 3 losses. Some stocks are looking good and sectors are showing strength today. Peace.